Hello, this is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow here in Miami as usual. Well, I want to thank all of you for tuning in, living your best life now. Yes, living your best life now is one of the #1 Facebook show. I am telling you, everybody's tuning in. Everybody is talking about living your best life now. No matter where I go, people are saying, I'm living my best life now. And I'm so happy. I am so happy that people are beginning to change their mindset about how they're living their lives. And I think it's important because it is time for us to really live our life now, because we have no idea what tomorrow brings. And I always say it is a blessing. It is truly a blessing to do this show, because all the experiences that I've been through, I am sharing it here today. And as I say, I want everyone to tune in every Thursday from 8 to 8:30, living your best life now, Eastern Time, PM. Today we have a great topic for you, but also this topic is also part of my life. I have been through a lot. I'm glad I survived it. I'm glad I'm here. I am happy that I was able to conquer so many things. And I'm sharing this topic today with so many because I want you to know, yes, I want you to know that I have also been through a dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship. And I've decided that I want to share it with you. I've decided that I know that there are many of you out there that are going through the same thing and don't know how to process it, don't know how to handle it, don't know what to do. So this is why I'm having this show today, because I know a lot of you are in pain. A lot of you are going through so much. And that's why I wrote the book, Unveiling the Illusion, because we have to unveil the illusion in order to live a good life. And I'm going to start this show now because I realize that the topic is going to take me just a little longer today, because I have so much that I want to express today. And one of the things also that I want to say to many of you is that after this show, I need you to share this program. I need you to share it because I know a lot of friends of mine are actually going through what I've been through, because I'm no longer going through the pain that I was going through before. Now, I want us to get started, but first of all, I'm always saying hello to some of the people that join. Hola, Gerson Perea, ¿cómo estás? Annette Wallace, and my dear husband, Felipe Barrow. I want to start off this show by thanking God for bringing me to this point. And this is why I do what I do for people, because I know the things that they're going through. Trust me, you can step forward and live your best life now. The topic of this show today is dysfunctional mother-daughter relationships. I have to say, it's one thing to dip in venom by those you don't really care about. But when it's by the person who is meant to love you, hold you, and take the sharp edges of the world while teaching you with love, wisdom, and warmth how to do it for yourself, it changes you. There is a different kind of hurt that can only come from a toxic mother, someone who is meant to love you and care for you, kind of like being broken from the inside out. Yes, there's so many women, there's so many daughters out there are broken. But I want this message to reach the world, because I know that there is a lot of pain within women, daughters and nieces and all these women. And it's because of their toxic mother. Not all mothers, and I just want to talk about this, because not all mothers are loving and kind. I need you guys to understand that, because oftentimes when you say the word mother, you're thinking that, oh, she's loving and she's kind. But not all mothers are loving and kind. Not all mothers love their children, believe it or not. If your mother is loving towards you, one of the things I have to say, thank God. Be thankful and grateful that you have a mother that cares about you. I love my children. I will always care about my children. I will always worry about them. And I love them so much. So this is why I couldn't understand why mothers dislike their children. Not everyone is so blessed, I guess. But those that are blessed, I need you to thank God today. I need you to thank God for giving you a mother that cares about you, that loves you, that is doing all that she can to better your life. For the majority of human beings, these sentiments are true. But for millions of others, nothing could be further from the truth. But those mothers, victims of a loveless mother, rarely speak up about abuse or pain. They suffered at the hands and heart of the very person who was supposed to give them unconditional love and be a source of support, encouragement, comfort, happiness, protection, and lifelong love. That is what we expect from our mothers. Those with loving mothers often bash any who dare to speak otherwise about persons who bore them. They would say, well, she brought you into this world. You should love her. How dare you say anything bad about your mother? Shame on you. Those who cannot relate may minimize the matter by stating that their mother could be stubborn or whatever they may say, sometimes hard to deal with. That is not what I'm talking about here today. I want to get to the root of what is really happening to our mothers out there that don't love their children and children are having painful relationship with their mothers. And I'm not just talking about children, I am talking about adults as well. I am talking about mothers who are malicious, manipulative, deceitful, jealous. Yes, jealous of your daughter, or even harmful and wicked towards their own child. Is this possible? Yes, it is. It really is. And this doesn't even go just about mothers. There are aunts, there are grandmothers that are doing this today to their children and to their nieces. Some mothers make a Mommy Dearest. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Mommy Dearest. Look like Mother Teresa, honestly. Just because a negative mothering experience was not your experience doesn't mean it isn't possible or doesn't happen. And just because someone gave birth does not mean that they are automatically the loving maternal kind. Their love can be like a hurricane. And those of you that are listening to this show right now, you guys know what I'm talking about. The fact is, many people, not only as a child, but even in their adulthood, experience ongoing emotional and psychological abuse at the hands of their biological mothers. I am talking about biological mothers. Are you guys with me so far? I want to give you some steps on how to deal with a toxic mother. First of all, become self-sufficient and independent. That helps. Know that you are your own person. That helps. Create space for your own emotions. In other words, protect your space. You have to protect your space from toxic mothers. Find support elsewhere. You see, if you have a mother that is not showing you that motherly love, but there are other people around you that is showing that to you. There are other mothers, it could be your aunt or your grandmother, that's showing you that motherly love. Receive it. That's what I mean by find support somewhere else. I have a lot of mothers in the world. Yes, I do. My stepmother, I'm sorry, I said stepmother. My mother-in-law, that's my mommy. She gives me the love. She gives me something that I will always cherish. I have a mother in Chicago also. Yes. Auntie, you know who you are. You give me so much love, kindness. My mother, Judy Benoit, I love you to death. I love you so much because whether you know it or not, you gave me so much love. Recognize the traits that make you an easy prey. They will attack. Mothers that are toxic, they will attack. Protect yourself. Don't go into the arguments. Don't fall into the trap of intermittent. Don't do that. Use conversation diversion tactics when they're starting, when they're getting to that point where you know the attack is coming. Trust me, walk away. You have control. You have the control to fight back. Yes, you do. Are you guys listening to me out there? Are you listening to me out there? Because it is very important that you understand what I'm talking about today. Toxic mothers. Toxic mothers. I am telling you, it's a very difficult thing to handle. If you feel as though your mother is dominating the conversation that you're having with her by asking you uncomfortable questions, making jabbing comments, hurting you, trying to get to the seat of your heart that put you down constantly, or giving you unwanted advice on how they want you or how she wants you to do something when you know you shouldn't be doing. Trust me, she's steering you into a direction where she wants to set you up. Toxic mothers always want to set you up for an argument, to tell you how she feels about you. Yes. To let you know that you're no good. These are things that they say about you. You're no good, daughter. You're nothing, daughter. But that is to elevate them and make them feel good. Yes. It is time for you to fight back. Take control of your life. You see, do not normalize abusive behavior, because we tend to do that. We all say and do things we don't mean when we're upset. You see, but letting that be an excuse all the time to just justify the toxic behaviors your mother exhibits means accepting the poor treatment you are given. And that should never be done. That should never be okay. Remember that you are more. Listen to me. You are more than all of it. Every night you never thought you'd get through every hurtful argument, because she's always jabbing and jabbing to bring you down. Next thing you know, your self-esteem is so low you can't even come back up. My God, every moment moment you blink back tears when you felt mistreated or misunderstood. You are more, trust me. Let me tell you people out there today, daughters, you are more than these bad memories. If you are an adult today and you have been through all of what I've said, you are more than that. Have the guts to look ahead anyway. Go forward. Love yourself. Don't let people hurt you anymore, not even your toxic mother. Your upbringing doesn't determine who you can become. Please listen to me today. I will say it again. Your upbringing doesn't determine who you can become. I am a miracle child telling you this truth because my past is my past. Now I am the woman that God created me to be. Why? Because having a toxic mother could not break me. Yes. Listen to me. God created you special, and don't you ever forget that, in spite of what you're going through. I want to talk about something that's very important because a lot of you have toxic mothers, but sometimes you don't realize she's a narcissistic mother. Most likely will never receive an official diagnosis, but you will eventually recognize her for the crazy making trail she leaves behind. And I want us to talk about this because there's a lot of you have narcissistic mothers and you have never diagnosed her. No one have ever diagnosed her. And you're going through this battle day and night, and you're wondering, but do I deserve this? What is going on? Why do my mother treat me the way she treats me as a daughter, in spite of all the things and the positive things I've done for her? What is it? Is it that she's narcissist? She's a narcissist mother, and I don't know, you don't know? Because you're doing everything you can to make these people happy. And guess what? You're failing each time. What is it? You go out of your way to do things for them, and it still doesn't work. Is that because they never receive an official diagnosis? But you will eventually recognize there's something wrong. Ever so often, these mothers are causing conflicts between family members. And I'm going to talk about certain things, and you figure it out tonight. I want you to figure out whether you have a narcissist mother of the things that I'm about to tell you right now. I want you to figure it out. Number one, and I'm not going to count, I'm just going to go right into it. Is she always causing conflicts between family members and playing her own children against each other? Have you ever experienced that? Or are you experiencing it now? I need to remind you that your mother's inability to nurture you is not your fault. Please, don't take it personal. This is about a narcissist mother now I'm talking about. It was a parasitic, that relationship, mother-daughter, dysfunctional relationship. It was a parasitic relationship where your mother gained her sense of self through you. Her self-image had to be protected and her reputation maintained, and upholding the illusion of being a loving mother was utmost importance. to her. A narcissistic mother, children, a part of her identity, said that behavior must represent and uphold her public reputation. I've been there. She carries an air of superiority, arrogance, and invisibility. The narcissistic mother is incapable of love, and she's envious of her own children. How is that possible? Is because do you have a narcissist mother? She suffers a severe deficiency of empathy, and consider those who have empathy as targets she can manipulate. Hey, are you walking with me today? She will sabotage anything that resembles goodness, happiness, or success. She can't even tell you she's proud of you. She can't even tell you she's happy for you. She's ready to sabotage when you come with the good news. Are you guys following me out there? Her constant criticism of you, her constant criticism, impossible standards, and inability to ever be placed will reel you into her games, because she wants you to forever be tied to her apron strings. Are you listening to me today? She knows exactly how to touch your buttons and how to cause conflicts and chaos and confusion within the family. Yes, that's a narcissistic mother. She's incapable of intimacy either with her children or her husband. The only affections she chooses to demonstrate is towards her chosen golden child. She will have a golden child, and perhaps the occasional acquired gesture of affection towards other members to pull their emotional strings. When she senses that there might be an awakening to the truth of her psychopathology, this is evidence that she knows exactly what she's doing. Yes, narcissistic mother. Do you have one in your home? Do you have one as a mother? All family members under her control are like chess game for her, uses them whenever, make herself a victim all the time. She will defend her delusional and persona at all costs. In fact, she will fight to always prove that she's right about everything and you're wrong. She has no problem whatsoever in making her own needs before her children. In fact, she's quick to accuse you of being inconsiderate and selfish, when in fact she is. She's domineering, pushy, authoritarian, and also, of course, believes that she's brilliant. In the case of a narcissist mother, who is more somatic, meaning she uses her looks. Let's go into that section now. She uses her looks and sexuality as prime source of attention. She will still be convinced that her beauty is ravishing and alluring to all. She will brag about her youthful good looks and all the alluring suitors that was lining up to be with her when she was younger, telling all the stories to her children and proper things to say. She still believes she's still irresistible to all men. She will discuss in a very sentimental manner how her life could have been that's just another opportunity. Let me tell you, that is just another opportunity for the gullible audience to pity her, to feel compassion for all the hardship she endured, and that she's always been a victim, not you, her, a victim, but in her world, she's so strong. In her world, she's so strong and will carry on despite of it all. Yes, I am talking about narcissistic mother. Shows no shame. She shows no shame and enjoys the very acquired attention, loves the attention. Everything is about her. Yes. Everything is about her. You're nowhere near her. It's her. Her inappropriate subject matter receives exaggerated details and story of her past victories, and her success would be heard repeatedly and repeatedly, using any opportunity when she has an audience. Yes. Narcissistic mother may behave inappropriately around your friends. She may wear her younger daughter. Oh, she's always thinking she's young, so she might wear and always try to be like her daughter. Yes. Are you out there? Are you following me? A narcissistic mother is highly critical and has impossible standards. You will always be made to feel wrong and not quite good enough. If you are the scapegoat, she will publicly humiliate and mock you in front of your family, in front of your friends. In fact, she will set it up for your failure. She takes great pleasure in making you feel like nothing. Yes. Or to make you feel miserable and convincing you that life is so hard that you can't make it. Yes. Are you listening to me? I need you to listen to me today, because a lot of you are going through hell with your mother and you don't know that she have and that she is narcissistic. Many of you. So I'm breaking it down today. Trust me, I have the experience. Yes, I do. Children of a narcissistic mother grow up feeling abandoned, ignored, and neglected. And they're wondering what's going on with me. It is because of how you've been treated and raised from a child. Her chosen golden child that I spoke about earlier, let me tell you something about that, will grow up spoiled, smothered, and she will use that child as an instrument of her gratification. So don't be jealous of your siblings. Don't be jealous and say, well, she treats him better. A narcissist mother don't treat anybody better. What she does is she's using that child. The golden child, listen to me. The golden child is not loved for who she or he is, but for what he or she can reflect back to the narcissist mother. Did you get that? Did you get that? Has nothing to do with love. To this day, you may still feel you are responsible for everything. The narcissistic mother will use guilt, trust me, and shame to manipulate you for wanting to have your own life. And until you recognize the nature of your relationship, this will continue into adulthood. She doesn't want you to have a life. She wants you to hang on there to that apron. Free yourself today. Today is time to free yourself. I am trying to show you that is not your fault. We have to bring ourselves back up. That low self-esteem got to come back up. Feeling sorry for yourself, you got to get rid of that, because you are not, and it's not your fault that you're going through in your adulthood what you're going through. It's because you had a narcissist mother and you did not know that you did. You will be unable, many of you, to detach from her because she doesn't want you to. She lures you, whether it's with money, whatever it may be, she will always lure you back into that same sickness. She will accuse you of being disrespectful, or in fact, every different opinion will be quite disrespectful. Oh, you disrespectful, you don't love me, I can't believe you're treating me this way. You're going to get it all. Her life and preferences come before yours, always. Trust me. And guilt will disable you from ever feeling like you deserve to live life on your terms. She will not tolerate criticism, whether it's real or perceived very opinionated and argumentative. Yes. She encourages children, she encourages you to be dependent on her children. She wants you to be dependent in order to control you. She loves to tell everyone how much she loves her children. I love my daughter. I love my sons. I love my children. You see, she's the puppet master. She discussed inappropriate discussion with her children. All these things I'm telling you because I want you to recognize today. Do you have a narcissistic mother? She hates to give you compliments. And she always dropping poison seeds in your mind. Recognize those things for what it is. She will always probe you and accumulate information to use it against you later with your siblings, with your friends, with the family. Do you think that you have a narcissistic mother? Those of you that are listening to me this minute, I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. Build that self-esteem back up. Those of you that have a mother that loves you, appreciate her. Let her know how much you love her every single day. Let her know that you care about her. Call her right this minute and tell her, thank God you love me, mother. Thank God I love you, mother, because not everyone have that opportunity to be born with a loving, to be born in a loving family and with a loving mother. You need to thank God today. Call your mother, the ones that loves you. And those mothers that are listening to me that love your children, keep loving them. Keep loving them. Because not all mothers love their children. And those of you that are sitting there saying, oh, Mel, you shouldn't say those things. Let me tell you something. I am glad that I survived this dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship. Yes, I am happy that I was able to be where I am today. And I want those of you that are going through what I've been through, you can survive it. You have the power to decide whether you want to be at peace and you want to be loved, trust me, you can make that decision right this minute. Toxic mothers need to realize, and I'm going to talk to you today, this minute. Everything that I've just said, if you are a toxic mother, because you had a toxic mother, please change. Your daughter loves you. Your daughter loves you. She cares for you. Love her back. Just love her back. Thank you. This is Dr. Melida Harris Barrow, and I thank you today for watching this show. And I hope most of you understands my message. Toxic mothers, love your daughters. Daughters, love your mother. It is not difficult to do. And I want to thank you all for watching my show tonight. Please share this show with many, because this is happening all over the world, having a toxic mother. Next week, I might talk about having a toxic daughter. But I want to thank you all for watching my show. Please get my book, Unveiling the Illusion, Know Who You Are, because that is how I was able to conquer this situation, by unveiling the illusion, by diagnosing my mother. I love you, mother, and I will always love you. May God bless all of you. Subscribe to MelidaHarrisBarrow.com, and you will be able to see my previous shows. And also, I'm on YouTube. You can subscribe to Dr. Melida Harris Barrow. All of my shows are there. Thank you very much, and good night.